Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking into Seven Little Johnstons.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you know, the reality show with the biggest family of little people, I think, in the world.
Uh-huh. Achondroplasia, right.
Yeah, achondroplasia, that's it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So we've got a whole bunch of stuff to look at today. Articles, some YouTube videos,
Cool.
some fan reactions too, which are always
Yeah,
interesting.
those get pretty wild sometimes, huh?
Definitely. And there's just a ton of stuff going around online. Like we've got pregnancy rumors. People are saying there's like a family feud happening.
Really?
Oh yeah. And even some people are worried about like safety and stuff.
Hmm. That's a lot to unpack.
It is, but that's what
Yeah.
we're here for, right? To like get through all that noise and try to figure out what's really going on.
Right, exactly. So where do we even start with all this?
Well, I think the biggest thing everyone's talking about is Anna, one of the daughters.
Okay, yeah.
And the rumors that she might be pregnant. Yeah. There's this YouTube video, and they go through all her social media posts, and it's actually pretty convincing.
Anna's always been well, she's known for stirring things up on social media.
Right, definitely. Remember last year when, yeah, we probably shouldn't get into that.
Yeah, how are you?
But this time, it just feels different, you know? Like, fans are really picking up on all these supposed hints.
So they think she's trying to be all cryptic about it.
Exactly. And then there's the fact that she's missed some recent family events, so people are putting two and two together.
Makes sense. Which events did she miss?
Well, the big one was the family trip to Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then she also wasn't at baby Leon's first birthday party.
Leon, that's Liz and Bryce's baby, right?
Yeah, Liz is her sister. So missing those two things, it's just adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah, especially with the rumors of a feud going around.
Exactly. It's all kind of connected.
So what's the deal with that feud anyway? Is
Oh.
it real or just rumors?
That's the big question, right? Like, Liz actually came out and said that Anna was invited to both of those events.
Huh. So what's Anna saying?
Well, she's saying she never got any invitations.
So it's like a he said, she said kind of thing.
Totally. And of course, the show itself isn't exactly helping to clear things up. Like, the trailers for the new season are playing up this whole feud angle,
So they're milking it for the drama.
basically. And that's what some viewers are saying, that it's all manufactured just to get people watching.
Yeah, you never know with reality TV, right? How much is real and how much is just for the cameras?
It's hard to tell. But even if it is being played up for the show, there's definitely some tension there between Anna and the family. And that brings us to another thing that's been making headlines, what Anna said about how the show has affected her mental health.
Oh yeah, that TikTok post, right? Where she was like sarcastically thanking the show for 10 years of mental struggles.
Exactly. And that's something a lot of people are relating to, you know? The idea of growing up on camera and what that does to you.
Makes you wonder what it's like to have your whole teenage life, all the awkwardness and everything, just broadcast to the world.
And then edited and packaged for entertainment.
Right, exactly. It makes you think, about where the line is between sharing a family story and exploiting them.
Definitely. It's something we as viewers have to be aware of, right? It's easy to get caught up in the drama, but we can't forget that these are real people with real feelings.
Absolutely. We shouldn't lose sight of the human element in all of this.
Speaking of family dynamics, let's talk about Liz and Bryce, who are now new parents to baby Leon. It seems like their relationship with Amber, the mom, has changed a lot.
Oh, yeah, I've seen some comments about that online. What's going on there?
Well, for one thing, fans have noticed that Liz seems a lot more, irritable with Bryce since Leon was born.
Huh, interesting. Any theories on why?
Some people are speculating that it has to do with Amber, like maybe she's not adjusting well to being a grandma and is putting pressure on them.
Oh, like maybe she's overstepping boundaries or something?
Yeah, exactly. I even saw a joke online that Amber is going to demand a room in Liz and Bryce's future house just to be closer to Leon.
Ha ha. Wow. So she's really involved, huh?
It seems like it, but I mean, having a new baby can definitely shake things up in a family. New roles, new anxieties, and sometimes even old issues resurface.
Makes sense. It's a big adjustment for everyone involved.
For sure. And of course, with the Johnstons, it's all happening in front of the camera, so it's even more intense.
Right. Everything's amplified because of the show.
Exactly. And you know what else has fans talking?
All the stuff about Trent and his vertigo and whether it's safe with the baby.
Oh, yeah. People are freaking out about that online.
I can see why.
Yeah, some of those YouTube comments are pretty intense. Like, people are genuinely worried. Like,
Yeah.
they're talking about how he was holding Leon near the stairs and there was no railing.
Oh, wow.
And then there was that thing where he was kissing her when he had a cold sore.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, those are valid concerns.
Right. Especially with his vertigo. He's had those falls before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it just highlights how important it is to be extra careful, especially for families like theirs.
Totally. And it's not just physical safety either. There's been a lot of talk about how Amber treats Anna.
Oh, yeah. What are people saying?
Some fans are accusing her of gaslighting Anna.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, and like pushing her to go to therapy when she doesn't need it, that kind of thing.
Well, that's pretty heavy.
It is, and it's causing a lot of debate online. People are really protective of Anna, you know?
I could see that.
Like, they're praising her for all the stuff she's accomplished, her jewelry business, buying a house.
Right. She's done really well for herself.
Yeah, and it's almost like they see her as this underdog, facing all these challenges, both from her family and just from the world in general.
It's interesting how reality TV can create those kinds of connections, where viewers feel like they really know the people on the show.
Totally. It's like we're all watching this family drama play out in real time.
Exactly, with all the messy stuff and the complicated relationships and everything.
And because it's real people with real emotions, it's hard not to get sucked in, right? But I have to remind myself sometimes that we're only seeing a tiny part of their lives.
Right, the edited version.
Exactly. We don't know what happens when the cameras are off or what the producers decide to cut out.
That's true for any reality show, I guess. It's all about what makes good TV.
Which makes you wonder how much of the drama, especially the family stuff, is real versus just for the show.
Right, that's always the question.
So how do we make sense of it all? Like, how do we know what to believe?
I think it's about acknowledging that we don't have the full picture. We're seeing things through a particular lens, and it's important to be aware of that.
So we can't really judge what's going on in their family.
Not really, no. I mean, we can have our opinions, but we have to remember that we're only seeing a small part of the story.
That's a good point. It's like we can enjoy the show and be invested in what's happening, but we also have to take it with a grain of salt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And remember that these are real people dealing with real-life stuff, even if it's being presented to us as entertainment.
You know, something that struck me while we were looking at all this stuff is that the Johnstons always present themselves as this really close, united family.
Uh-huh.
But clearly, there's a lot going on beneath the surface.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to project this image of being happy and functional, but then you see these hints of conflict.
Like with Anna, for example.
Yeah.
She's obviously struggling, and things with her family are tense. It's hard to ignore that.
I think it just goes to show that every family has its issues, even if they don't always show them publicly.
Definitely. And when you add in the pressure of being on TV, it's gotta be even tougher.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine having your whole life scrutinized by millions of people.
And feeling like you have to maintain this perfect image all the time.
Right, because ultimately their lives are the product they're selling.
Which brings us back to the question of what's real and what's not.
Yeah, it's tricky. How much of what we see is genuine, and how much is for the cameras?
I don't know if there's an easy answer to that.
Probably not. It's like a puzzle with missing pieces.
And we're left trying to figure it out.
But that's part of what makes reality TV so engaging, I guess. It keeps us guessing.
So what's the best way to approach a show like this?
I think it's about being a little skeptical,
Ah.
not taking everything at face value.
And realizing that there's always more to the story than what we see.
Exactly. We can enjoy the drama and the entertainment, but let's not forget that these are real people with real lives.
Well said. It's about finding that balance between being entertained and being respectful.
Absolutely. And, before we finish up, I think we need to address one more thing. All the fan reactions to all this stuff, it's crazy.
It's wild, right? Everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah, it's like the show throws out this information, and then everyone online just goes nuts trying to figure it all out.
And it's not just like watching from the sidelines either. People are coming up with their own theories, trying to read between the lines.
Like armchair detectives trying to solve the mystery of the Johnstons.
Exactly. But the thing is, there's so much we don't know, like we're getting these little snippets of their lives, but who knows what's really going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, we have to remember that there are always multiple sides to every story.
And with reality TV, there's the whole added layer of producer manipulation.
Right, like how much are they editing things to create more drama?
Exactly. So it's tough to know what to believe sometimes.
I think it just comes down to being aware of all those factors, Like, we can't pretend to have all the answers.
We have to be humble about it, basically.
Yeah, and remember that at the end of the day, we're talking about real people here.
With real feelings.
Exactly. So let's try to be respectful, even when we disagree with someone's opinion or whatever.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap things up, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been a really interesting deep dive, that's for sure.
It has. I always enjoy these conversations with you.
Me too. Thanks for joining us, everyone, for this deep dive into the world of the Seven Little Johnstons.
Hopefully it's given you some things to think about, not just about the Johnsons, but about reality TV in general.
Yeah, and about how we as viewers engage with it all.
Until next time, keep watching, keep thinking, and keep those deep dives going.